everybody, this is Beth McCullough, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here every Wednesday at noon Central Time with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
So I have a couple things to show you today, and I'm so excited about this fun fold. Linda Lace, who's on my Joy team, showed us how to make this last night. We meet every Tuesday night on Zoom and learn a new fun fold or a 3D gift item. It's super fun. But what do you think? Do you like this? It opens up like this. And then, oh, I got a glue dot on it. And then it opens up like this, and I'll write something really cute on there. Do you like it, Steve?
I like it a lot, and I like it because I think it's innovative how it folds up and then it folds out.
Yeah, super, super fun. So I'm going to show you what you need to make this.
Here's a question. When you unfold this, then there's just this white surface.
Well,
could you put something on there too?
Yes, Bev's saying magnet. You know, Bev, I've been told my magnets don't go through the mail. So I've gone to Velcro on some things, but no, this one does not have a magnet yet, but it probably will.
But she really likes the clicking noise that the magnets make.
Yes, I do. Okay, so I made this again. I'll show you this, and Steve wants to talk about this. So there's lots of variations. When Linda first showed us this, she did just the largest circle from the layering circles. This one. And then when I made it, I added the largest scallop circle around the edge. I did the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And I did that both on the popped up daisy center. And I also did it on here because I thought it looked pretty to not just have it be plain white. But Steve, you are correct. You can put something there. And then since this was embossed, I put a solid circle in here so it would be easier to stamp and write on this circle.
If you're going to write, you don't want it to be embossed.
So then I did it again. And first I have a question. I saved this for you guys because I couldn't decide. I do have a third one in new products too, so please stick around. This paper is from the Celebration paper, if you have that. If you don't have it and want some, let me know. I could share some. Okay, so here I did it again. And my question is, do you like the So Saffron daisy on there? Or do you like the white daisy? Oh, Linda Lace just got on. Like I said before, she's the one who taught us this last night. So cute. So tell me, do you like the white daisy or the yellow daisy? So I need to decide. And then on this one, I did put something inside. Steve said that, you know, it's just a white card. Why doesn't it have anything on it? So on this one, I used the Checks and Dots embossing folder. This is new in the catalog. And then I used a smaller scallop circle from the layering circles and used the smaller daisy. And again, pop that up. This is Cherry Cobbler, Flirty Flamingo, and So Saffron. And then on the inside of this one, I put Everything is Figure-Outable. So there is a new stamp set that I just got, and I love this. It's called Lighthearted Lines, and Everything is Figure-Outable. What would you say? You've known me since I was 12. Have I tended to be a little afraid of learning new things?
Yes, but that's also stemming from your perfectionism too, that you don't want to mess it up.
I don't want to mess it up, so I'm scared to try. Well, Steve has always thought everything was figure-outable, but I've embraced that lately. Like when I started my blog, I didn't know how to use a computer, hardly. So I do believe everything is figure-outable, and that's my new motto. So that was sweet of Stampin' Up! To put it in here. But
Wendy agrees with you, by the way.
About what?
About that saying. She likes it too.
Everything is figure-outable. Yes, we all need to say that. There's a saying in here for you, honey. To a person who's still got it but might not remember where they put it.
Are you saying I am becoming forgetful? Is that what you're saying?
Well, would you rather say this saying is yours? I'm sorry for what I said when I was hangry.
I've been hangry before. But here's the reason why Beth is willing to take the risk of joking with me about this saying. She knows that I'll forget that we discussed this in a little while. So.
Here's another one. I hate to break it to you, but you're stuck with me. You're stuck with me, baby.
Oh, that's not something you hate to break.
Okay. So anyway, that's where I got this saying. Has anybody said which flower should I put on here?
We've got a little bit of everything, but I think white is winning out.
White is winning out. Okay. I will put the white on here, and then I'll show you how to make it. And then I have new products, and we're going to make another one with pretty new products out of the new catalog. So I will put the white on here and let it stick there for a minute. So when I learn a new fun fold, like I said, Linda taught us this last night, the first thing I do is make a template with white cardstock. And I put dotted lines for everywhere you're going to score and put the dimensions of the other important things. So I can grab this piece of paper a year from now and I can still make this card with no trouble. Then what I do is I grab retired paper, hence this is retired designer series paper. Cute cards. My friends who aren't in Stampin' Up! Could care less if this is retired. And I can practice on paper that matters a little bit less because it's retired. And then I go to the new product because I just don't want to mess up. Again, the perfectionism. Okay, so maybe there is a little bit of that.
Right?
Okay. Sometimes you're right, honey. Okay. Hi, Louise. Hi, everyone who's joined. We are here every Wednesday at noon and love it when you come stamp with us. So for the fun fold today, what you need is you need a piece of cardstock, which is the base. It's not a full card. It's just a quarter of a sheet. Leah's back. Leah, we haven't seen you in months. I'm so glad you're here. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is going to be the card base. And I did this with the new Pale Papaya cardstock. And then you need a piece of designer series paper. And I'm going to show you this whole suite. The reason I had to practice with the template and the retired is look at how beautiful this is. And I'm doing shares, so I only get 1/8 of a package of DSP, so a half a sheet of each. So I can't mess it up. This is all I have to work with, Steve.
Oh my goodness.
There's not much.
You know what? I think we should just not even try. Because what if you mess it up?
No. We have to try.
Okay.
But I didn't have a lot of paper to work with. And I wanted pretty paper, but I also wanted it to look good on the other side. This is pretty, but there's nothing on this side. So here's the one I chose for this. Isn't that beautiful? It's got little gold dots in the centers and little gold dots everywhere. Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty.
And it's watercolory. So this is from the Expressions in Ink. And I like it because the green matches it because a little bit shows on the edge here. So you want, when you're picking out your designer series paper, you want both sides to match like this. Okay.
Mary is with you saying this is her favorite.
Isn't it beautiful, Mary? Okay, so you're going to cut your designer series paper 4 inches by 10 1/4. So if you're somebody who buys your own full pack of paper, you could make 3 of these with one 12 by 12 piece of paper. Okay, so you need that. And then I'm going to bring in the trimmer, which I put over here. And it's very easy. You're going to score just like it shows on the template. You're going to score at 2 1/2 inches from each end. Am I on camera? Can you tell, Steve?
Yep, you're doing well.
Okay. So I'm going to put the edge at 2 1/2, score at this end, and then 2 1/2 from the other end. Okay. Can you guys hear that in the background? Our new doors are being installed. Steve, who's now a cabinet stainer.
Right. Let's just be clear. We have some amazing cabinet carpenters that are here that are reworking all of our cabinet boxes and new drawers and new fronts. All I did was some staining because that's the easy part. But these guys are doing an amazing job.
Yeah. So, do you want to show one of the doors you did?
Sure, since that's what we're talking about.
Well, we should preface this with our oak is 35 years old, okay? And the doors were broken, it was stained. We have 4 kids, 2 dogs. It was worn out.
And it
But
was
we had
golden oak that was yellowed.
Yellowy orange, and we had nice countertops, so we didn't want to go to the expensive new cabinets. So we got new doors. And here is one of the doors above the refrigerator. So here's the dream we have. We are dreaming, oak is out. I get that. And this house was built 35 years ago. That oak will be back in 20 years from now. And someone will walk in our house and say, look at that 45-year-old vintage oak cabinets. And they'll like it. That's the plan, right?
I like it. I like the plan because I like the oak and I didn't want to change it. I didn't want to paint it.
Yeah. So he told our kids, it's going to be in the will, thou shall not paint the oak cabinets or I'll roll over in my grave, I think he said.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that they can put a special provision in any sale agreements for the house that the buyers are forbidden from painting the cabinets.
But anyway, we digress. Okay, so we have this 4 by 10 1/4 piece of DSP. Now I'm going to put the ruler on here and put just a little mark at 2 inches, both at the top and the bottom. Yeah, Wendy, back in the day, no one would paint oak, but now all the oak is painted. And everyone who's painted your oak cabinets, don't be offended by what I said, okay?
No, the painted oak cabinets look beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a great change to update the house.
And
we're just regressing. We're going the opposite way. We're going for the antique look.
We're planning for 20 years from now. Okay, so this is scored at 2.5, and this is marked at 2 inches. There's 2 ways to do this. I bet you don't know this, Steve. I'm going to put my ruler at the tick mark and the other end of the ruler where the score line ends. And look at this. I'm just going to take this and fold it up. Score it that way. What do you think?
That's interesting.
That's one way to do it. On the other side, I'll show you another way. So again, tick mark is where the ruler goes, and the edge of the paper where the 2.5 inch score line is. And when you do this, it is going to fold over just a little bit. Yeah, I should use my bone folder.
And I even remembered what it was called. Holy
Good job, honey. It's like you're a real card maker. But so these do fold over a little bit and make a nice point. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down, and then I'll show you on the other side another way to do it. I'm just going to use some liquid glue on here and glue that down. I have to hold it a minute to get it to stay. Now on this side, I'm going to use my trimmer. Steve's checking his watch. Are you bored, honey?
I'm not bored. I'm trying to do my job for you here.
Okay. So I have the tick mark in the cutting scoring trough. Would that be a trough? In the, whatever you want to call that.
Make sure to use the scoring blade instead of the cutting
the cutting blade. And then put where the scoring line is in the other one. So this way is a little harder, I think. What Steve's referring to, the light blade, is the scoring blade. You don't want to cut off the flap with the dark blade.
I've done it.
So see, that does the same thing. But to me, this is just a little putzier. What do you think? It looks putzier, doesn't it?
Yeah, everyone said that the trough is the groove.
The groove, thank you.
You got to get in the groove, Beth.
Groove, trough. Groove does make more sense. It's funny, when I turn the camera on, I forget words. Okay, so 2 ways to do the exact same thing. And then we're going to glue those down as well. I do have some fun things we're going to figure out on this card. I haven't made it yet because I only have this one piece of paper. But it is pretty. Don't you love the watercolor look? You can do this with alcohol. Do we have 99% isopropyl alcohol?
We do.
Well, we should make this paper. You remind me. And
Okay.
maybe next week we can make paper. You would even like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you need to wear gloves when you use that strong of alcohol because it can be harmful to your hands.
Really?
It sucks the water right out of your hands.
Oh, look at this.
You're going to have to do some MacGyvering?
I am. My score line went beyond the fold, and we can't have that. We have to have it be like this. Okay. See, I practiced twice on retired paper so that wouldn't happen. You know, I just do better when I score it the other way. Okay, so now we're going to take the back of this. I hate to glue that pretty paper down, but it's going to get glued to the card base. And just center it on there. And we'll let that dry. And then inside, on these two cards, I had a white center. This time I'm going to use a Granny Apple Green. So for the little card inside, this is 5 inches by 7.5, and you score it at 3 3/4. And it is going to go centered right in here. So do you like that, Steve, that it's not white this time?
I do. I do. I have been sitting here contemplating. Your card base looks so cool on the outside because it gives it a frame, but you don't want it to cover up that because this is just going to be solid on the back. Is there any way just to cut a frame instead of an entire card base so that it's just like a picture frame that would go on the back?
Oh yeah, you could do that. But not right now, you can't do that.
I'm just trying to add something to your creativity.
Okay.
Which is hard because you're so creative.
Just don't make it harder. Okay. So on this one, I already cut the pale papaya, the largest scallop circle, and then I cut the largest non-scallop circle. And again, I used this new Checks and Dots embossing folder. I did have to run this through twice when I did it on here. I did it once, and then the dots line up so you could do it again. Of course, this one fit. So I have that. And now look at this flower. Is this not gorgeous? This is the artistically inked stamp set, and it's all watercolored like you did the alcohol technique, and it's super cute. So I stamped this with pale papaya, and there is a die to go with it to cut this out. And then I stamped the center, and I did the dots, these little dots here, and I gold embossed them. But then when I got done, I was like, oh, I want it raised. So I did it again, and I left some of the embossing powder on there, so I had even more gold shimmer in the back. And I'm just going to pop that up on the flower. Do you like that, hun? I need lots of positive affirmation.
I really like that. I think that's pretty.
Okay, so another thing we're going to do is put these gold pieces behind it. Now this is part of that suite also, and I'll show it to you. It's super cute. Expressions in ink. What do you think that word is? Ephemera? I don't even know how to say that. It's like groove and trough. Who knows how to say this?
Ephemera.
Ephemera? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay, we should have looked this up. But anyway, there's several sheets of this pretty gold that go with that. So I'm going to take this, and this was a separate piece, and I just glue dotted it on the back of the leaf. This piece came like this. We have some fun things to do inside the card too, so stick around. It won't be too much longer, and we'll have this.
Leah is saying that Lana says hello.
Say hello to Lana. I have missed them. They mystery stamped with me all last fall. And then at Christmas time, somebody said, oh, you should take a break. And I don't think I've done mystery stamping ever since. It's kind of sad.
It is sad, especially for your mystery stampers.
Lana, how is school going? I hope everything's going well. Hopefully school is getting back to normal now.
For everybody.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue dots on the back of this and have it hanging off the edges. I'm going to move this glue dot.
I thought maybe I was too far out on the leaf.
You were scared to say anything, weren't you?
No, I always assume you know exactly what you're doing.
Okay, and then I put 3 dimensionals on the back of this. I could make note cards just stamping these flowers and leaves. I think they're so pretty.
Leonie is on.
Hi, Leonie. She has a Facebook Live in just a little bit. She goes right after me in the Netherlands. And if you show up on Leonie's, she will do it in English, not just in Dutch, which is super helpful. Okay, so on this one, instead of the white center, we have the green. And then when you go to put this on, just to note, the points don't match up, but it doesn't matter because this is going to cover it. And you want to make sure all your leaves are inside the border of the pale papaya. So it is cool but sunny today. It's actually a beautiful day. I hope it's good wherever you are. I will be putting this video on YouTube, so if you watch the YouTube video, you can put replay in the comments. But otherwise, I would love to hear what you're up to today. And hopefully it's a beautiful day where you're at, too. What do you think of this? Do you like this front? There's more. We're going to decorate the inside. Is that pretty, or is it too much?
I think it's pretty. You know, in hindsight, I might go without the gold leaves.
Really? Okay, we have another question. Gold leaves or no gold leaves?
And by the way, we have something on the word ephemera.
What's that?
Well, I mean, your people that watch your Facebooks are just so smart. And they looked it up, and ephemera means lasting for a very short time.
Okay.
So I think that is what they're saying about this pack, is that it's only going to be available for a very short time. It's either that or plants that are prone to drought. And there are plants on here, but...
Do you think, well, what kind of flower is this? Is this an artistically made ephemera plant? I don't know. Okay, so on the inside, we have some fun things to do, too. I did stamp the envelope to match, because we always like it to match. And then, if you're going to put a piece of cardstock inside, the inside card is 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. And I use this stamp in the pale papaya and stamp both the top and the bottom. This happy birthday I stamped in granny apple green. That looks cool, right? I like that. Oh, look, my mistake. Every piece of paper has 2 sides, so usually I don't show you all my mess-ups, but I had to re-ink my granny apple green. It just wasn't enough ink on my pad. Okay, so I like that. Now for the outside, I thought we should decorate it because I know you like it that way. And this is a really pretty die, and I MacGyvered it, Steve. I ran it through the Big Shot with white, basic white cardstock, and that was too big. I mean, not too big for the card, but I didn't want it to show. It has to hide underneath this circle. So I cut it apart. And then I'm just going to put this part up here because I thought it would all cover, but you know something, it doesn't all cover. Darn.
I was worried about that too when I first saw it.
Okay.
I was wondering.
Okay, well, what if we just put these? So I stamped this flower twice. It also has a die to cut out. And look at the leaves. Can you see how watercolory and pretty those leaves are? It also has a die to go. So what I was going to do...
Hold on a second. Let me see something.
it's going to show.
No, if you cut off this leaf, it won't show.
Okay, we'll see. Where's my paper snips? Steve says just one leaf needs to go. Okay.
Well,
I
it
think
depends
it's
where you're putting it. I thought you were putting it under the main thing.
Yeah, I was going to put these on. Here was my idea. We can do this on the front of a card instead of when we're hiding it. I was going to put this white piece on, and then I was going to pop up these peach pale papaya roses and maybe throw a leaf in there.
Bridget is suggesting that it doesn't matter if the leaves show.
Oh, well, aren't you smart, Bridget? Yeah, I was trying to hide it so it was a surprise, but maybe it's okay if the leaves show. Maybe we want all the leaves showing. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Or we could hide it and just put these underneath. Don't you love it when
we're making this up as we go
when
along,
we haven't
people.
figured this out?
I like that.
You know, I'm going to do that this time. Bridget, I think to do what you're saying, I would leave the whole thing big and not put the gold leaves too. I'm a little bit of a minimalist on card making, and there's just too much going on in there for me, I think. Okay, so we'll make sure these go on there.
So Leah is talking about the sun starting to set. Where are they located?
Leah is in the UK, right, Leah? I think. I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen Leah, talked to her for a long time, but I think she's in the UK. Is that right? But this set is super pretty. Makes me want to go out and buy flowers. We usually plant flowers on Mother's Day, but because of the cabinet project, we did cabinets on Mother's Day. Yeah, Leah says they're in England. Look at that. That's kind of cute in there, isn't it?
It is.
And we could have embossed this green, like these were embossed. And then you open it up and have the cute happy birthday. Okay, so let me get all this stuff out of the way. So we have this one with the cute envelope. We have the pink circle daisy, the green circle daisy, and then this one with the new set. Should we vote on which one we like? Pink is number 1, green daisy's number 2, and the artistically inked is number 3. Well, I will go back and answer your questions. I love it when you join me here. If there's something you'd like to see us make. Oh, Wendy, you did tell me you'd like to see us make a card we haven't figured out. Well, we kind of did that here, but I did make a turtle card video this weekend.
Which card do you think that Linda Lace voted for?
Linda Lace voted for this one?
The one that she did, of course, the first one.
Yeah. Well, Linda's was different. She didn't use the same designer series paper.
2 and 3 are definitely getting the most votes.
No one likes my pink daisy.
It's a little busy with this border. I
think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Bev says, as I'm holding down all the cards. Okay, get out a magnet, honey. Bev wants, it's in that, please. The magnet should be right here. Right here. Okay, Bev, which one needs the magnet? Are you?
All of them. She's saying all of them need magnets.
Magnets for
Demonstrate a magnet.
Magnets for everyone. Okay, these are 1/4-inch magnets. You can get them on Amazon. Super strong. You're going to want to put a magnet here and use a glue dot. You guys are going to get tired of seeing magnets week in and week out.
No, magnets all the time.
But I gave someone a card with a magnet the other day, and I was so pleased. They had a wonderful time playing with the magnet. Were you there? Do you remember that?
No, but it doesn't surprise me. I think you're fairly normal, and you enjoy playing with them.
Wait, did you just say I'm fairly normal?
Relatively. Everybody's got quirks, Beth. It's
I'm relatively normal. Oh, that just makes my day, honey.
Hey, I'm good at compliments.
Okay, so I put one magnet on there. I let the other magnet jump and stick to that. I'm putting a glue dot on the top. And then I'm just going to fold this down. Okay.
Lana came in for a vote with number 1. So there you go. Number 1 got a fan.
Yay. Lana is sweet. Do you remember Lana? Lana, how old are you? I don't want to say younger than... I was thinking 10, but I can't remember how old you are.
Take her a few minutes to see that and respond.
Okay. So what do you think? It's better with the magnet. You were right, Bev. Love it with the magnet. Marceline says 3, 2, 1. See, Marceline likes this one. You like it with more stuff on here. Leah is 9. Leah says Lana is 9. And I said 10, right? So I was close. 10 in July.
Yeah, so, and younger kids like to be told they're older, so that was a great guess.
Okay, good deal. Well, Lana and Leah and everybody, thanks for coming today. If you do have other ideas for videos or things you'd like to see, we'd love to hear about it. And would you like to see a picture of the kitchen next week? Is it going to be done?
It's going to be done, and it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait.
Okay, if you have one more moment, I have to tell you one last story. We left our dishes in the upper cabinets and just removed all the lower cabinets because it was getting new drawers. And there's sawdust everywhere. And I told Steve it'll probably take me 60 hours to clean every dish in my kitchen and clean out the cabinets and put it away. But his idea is to leave it the way it is. And when you get a dish out of the cabinet, you pour out the sawdust and rinse it out at the sink and then use it.
One at a time.
One at a time. So
eventually everything will be clean.
I was telling my Bible study fellowship gals that yesterday. They're like, and when we come for chicken salad, we'll be like, what is this?
Gives it more texture.
Texture that's in it.
Yeah. But, I just figure, eventually as time passes, all the dishes will be clean.
Would only a guy leave the sawdust in the cabinets and the dishes? I instead will spend the 60 hours and clean the dishes. Maybe you can chat with me while I dry them and put them away.
So here's a great, I love this suggestion. We put them all out on the lawn, and I'd take my hose and just massively clean them all at once.
Did you think of that?
No, this was actually a suggestion. That was Leah.
Leah. You and Steve are on the same page.
I could power wash them.
You could power wash them. Okay. I believe no one wants to come eat at our house anytime soon. But anyway, you guys have a great day. Be blessed, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.